good morning, everybody. We're kicking off Module 6, and it's early April. I'm just, shocked. Another week has gone by, and I'm not quite sure where it went. But I'm seeing really good work in the classroom with the written assignments. So, great work there. I did want to take a second. There we go. For some reason, my slide presentation doesn't ever want to advance when I want it to. So Module 4, which, again, we are in Module 6. I'm finishing up Module 4, and I'll be starting Module 5 assignments here very shortly. But if you remember back, you had an HR inbox exercise and then the FMLA grievance document. I wanted to refer back to those just a little bit, kind of give some general overview on some things I see, because this is a theme that you will see throughout, one, many of your courses, but two, and probably more importantly, throughout your professional HR career. So you'll be getting emails from folks all the time asking about things, or they'll stop by. And, tone, it's a real challenge, and this is a challenge that I've struggled with, as well as other folks that I know, the balance of being professional yet friendly. We want to really help provide good customer service and support to our employees, excuse me, but at the same time, we have to be professional. So, and that can be a challenge because most of us have, from our first writing class, keep it concise, keep it professional, and just the facts. I do see several of you, particularly in the FMLA response, congratulations on the addition of the family. Hey, don't worry, we're supporting you. Those are all great things that you can put in. That it's just a simple one-liner to help, show the employee that you do value them as an employee, and that you really, you want to help be the organization because you are representing the organization. You want to be able to be supportive in that respect. The other end of the spectrum that I seen was folks that were like, yeah, you got FMLA, you're okay, move on. That's almost can be perceived as, I don't know why you're bothering me. I'm busy and I really don't have time to answer your questions, so just don't worry about it, which is not how you would want to be treated if you had that concern, and it might not be FMLA. It might be, hey, I noticed my insurance deductions increased significantly. You wouldn't want that type of response. So think about that framework as you do that. References, there was a couple of folks that did really good. They seamlessly plugged in that reference. There's others who have said, well, here, go out and look at this link, or worse, they've basically copied and pasted a significant part of the reference that they're trying to use. So references should be supplementary, maybe I'm not pronouncing that very well, but should supplement your response, not replace it. Be careful about just providing an employee a link and saying, go research this, because they may come back and say, well, I found this, and you were in a hurry, and you went, oh, this article, it'll answer their questions, and I can get on with my day and prepare for my 9 o'clock meeting and things of that nature. And they'll come back and say, well, what about this? And you're like, hold on. So now all of a sudden you've provided the employee ammunition that you're going to have to refute or counter or things of that nature. So it's easier to go in and supplement that, take out that piece that you need to help them understand Employee Equal Pay Act or something along those lines. On the FMLA grievance, some good context. Again, brevity is a good thing, but you got to provide some context. The assignment is, I know what the assignment is, I know what the context is, but you're wanting to write this from the perspective that this is an internal communications memo and may go to folks that are not even aware. For example, the union employee, was he retaliated against? Did he not get to use his FMLA? What was the context? So take a little bit and provide some information there. Again, this is an opportunity to be creative. The assignment does not outline and say the FML or the union employee was not afforded his FMLA. So feel free to be creative in that respect. Again, references should supplement, not replace, so be cautious about how you do that. And then I'm seeing a lot better on the references, so good work on that, but there are a few of you that still need some work, so please use those resources to properly cite. Now, once you're outside of academia, your chances of somebody going, well, your APA reference was not correct, yeah, that's probably not going to happen, unless you work for somebody like me who also teaches. But you should be able to professionally and properly cite resources that you use. It's just a common courtesy even in the professional world. So, things to consider. As we move in to Unit 6 or Module 6, here's the learning objectives. I'm not going to read those to you, but you can see that we're going to talk about continuing to support our employees throughout the organization. We're going to talk about a little bit of conflict resolution and fair and equitable treatment. That underlying theme that we've been addressing throughout the course. So really nothing's changed in that regard. Got required resources. I didn't list them all, and I've ad-libbed a little bit here because of spacing. But you can see there's a lot of reading. Fortunately, the articles are fairly short. The videos are fairly short. I would, if you were to say I have a limited amount of time and I can only cherry pick a couple, I would look at those how to manage a hybrid team. I would also look at the Guide to Employment Law and probably saying thank you. Those are good. The videos, you can watch a video while you're brushing your teeth or, fixing your kids' lunch for school or something like that a lot of times. So those are options that you have as well. And the videos are value added as well, but so things to consider. Wrapping it up, we've got a number of assignments this week. We've got a discussion. We're going to talk about how the services of HR support the employees throughout the organization. You're going to work on a two-part communication where we're going to respond to employees, and then a second portion where you're going to respond to management on a work-from-home initiative. You can read more about that in the specifics of the assignment. And then, of course, you're going to create a workforce policy. Caution, if you are an older person like myself and you remember the, oh goodness, I can't think of the name of it, Lost in Space. The robot always said, danger, danger, do not copy and paste a policy because it will show up on the Turnitin or I'll catch it in my own review. Been doing a lot of policies over the years, so I can see that. Now, doesn't mean that you can't go out and look at other companies' policies. They're out there. But please do not think, well, I'm just going to shave some time and I'll copy and paste it and nobody will know. Had a student essentially do that, only he forgot to edit out the part that said, the footer information that showed this policy was from the University of California, which was great, except for he just plagiarized an entire paper, which had really negative academic consequences. So please do not do that. If you supplement that from another source, please cite it appropriately. But really, I'm looking for original work here. And I will tell you, if you want, please email it to me and say, hey, here's my policy. Would you give me the 5-second consult and see where I'm at on it? I'm happy to do that. It will not impact your grade. I can give it a quick once over and send you some information back and say, hey, change this, or I recommend that. Now, I'm not going to do your assignment for you, but obviously I'm happy to provide feedback outside of the gradebook setting if you're interested in that. Lastly, review Project 2. It won't be due until Module 7, which is next week. However, it's an in-depth assignment, so you probably want to make sure you're at least looking at it, and so you can plan accordingly from a time management perspective. So with that in mind, we're a lot longer than I really hoped to be, but I wanted to get this information out to you. Everybody have a great week, and if you need something, please do not hesitate to reach out. Thank you, everyone.